What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over my top 5 favorite Kickstarter decks that I own, and maybe they might be the top 5 best ones of all time. Who knows? Anyway, with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so some of these decks I have covered before and some I haven't. You might do something new, something you've already seen. So let's get on to our first deck. But before we do that, if you enjoy my content and like to support me, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Like this video so YouTube knows to recommend it to other people, and hit the bell so you never miss another video or update about new videos coming soon. Okay, so the first deck on our list are the Luminosity playing cards. Now, funny story about this deck, it's actually the first video I posted where I ever did any B-roll. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'd really appreciate it. My deck is actually 133 out of 3,700, and you probably can't see that, but it is. It is a pretty low number out of this limited edition series. So let me show you why I really like this deck a lot. Number one, the tuck box is so elegant. And here, let me actually move this. The tuck box is so elegantly done with beautiful designs all the way around the deck. The bottom's got this nice metal looking finish, and it has just a beautiful and soft tuck box. The cards are some of the coolest cards I've ever seen. This is what they look like. Super awesome metallic ink in a gorgeous sort of dragon back design. And boy, do these cards feel good. These are printed by the United States Playing Cards Company. I don't remember what stock they are, and you know what? Sometimes you just don't remember things. So I'll throw it somewhere on the video if I find it. As I was saying, this deck feels great. I mean, whew, goodness gracious. I haven't handled this deck in over a year, but it still continues to surprise me with how well it handles. Anyway, let me do a riffle fan right quick. Terrible riffle fan by me. Moving on to the next deck. Coming in at the number 4 spot are the Zone playing cards by the Bocopo Card Company. These came out in 2018, and let me show you why I really love this deck. Look at this tuck box. Look at the way this opens. It is so cool. Just look at that. The cards are falling out, which is fine. But, so you saw the tuck box as I continually drop cards. Okay, as I was saying, the tuck box is super cool, and the cards are even better. These are also printed by the United States Playing Card Company, as are actually most of these decks, and you'll see that later. But man, these cards feel awesome. They look vibrant on camera. Unfortunately, this is just an iPhone camera, and so they might not look as good here as they do in other places. But I still think it's a super awesome deck, and if you have a chance to pick one up for yourself, I would highly recommend doing it, because it is just that much of a banger deck of cards, and the price ain't too bad either. Coming in at number 3 are the Visions playing cards. By Wounded Corner Cards, or my good buddy Steve. Anyway, as you can see, this deck of cards is just majestic with the awesome looking holographic tuck box. The design is fantastic, and I did butcher the seal there, but you know what? It's my deck. Just don't do it to yours. Anyway, let's look at the cards real quick. The cards are also gorgeous, being completely foiled. The cards themselves are printed by Cardamundi. Again, don't know what stock they are, because this idea popped into my head today, and I was like, well, you know, I gotta do homework first, and then I just started filming, because that's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. But this deck feels fantastic. I mean, it's soft, it's smooth, it's glorious in design, feel, and color, and I would highly recommend that you get one of these for yourself, because it does not disappoint. I mean, this is some of the best handling cards I've ever had. I am a USPCC guy myself, but you give me one of these, and I will not be complaining to you whatsoever. Up next, at the number 2 spot, are the Butterfly playing cards. Now, another interesting story about these, which I caught some heat over. I've learned my lesson. I accidentally showed the marking system card that comes with it on my review, and that video got like 1,200 views before I took it down, because, you know, obviously you're not supposed to do that. I didn't know that then, okay? It was an honest mistake. People still trash on me for it. Anyway, let's look at the cards. beautifully done in this nice matte black cardstock tuck case with this beautiful inlaid gold all around the deck. Just such an elegant deck. Now let me show you where the real magic begins. Look at this, completely gilded. This deck is also printed by Cardamundi. The gilding, I believe, was done in Belgium. Could be wrong, but oh my goodness gracious. This deck is gold, 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 and I love it, love it, love it. It is just a spectacular deck of playing cards. If you ever have a chance to grab one of these, just do it. It's one of the only gilded decks you can actually still use for cardistry, and you can use it for Magic. They also have the ungilded versions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's just a fantastic deck of playing cards, as everything is on this list, but these especially, being a gilded deck that you can still definitely enjoy handling, is always a plus in my book. Anyway, let's move on to our #1 deck from Kickstarter. What was that? You dropped the #1 deck down the stairs multiple times? On accident or on purpose? You don't know? Anyway, the #1 deck is the Low Poly Sharks by Unrivaled Decks. And as you can tell, it looks like it's been dropped down the stairs multiple times. It hasn't. I promise I'm not that mean to my playing cards, but I did use these for like 2 months straight, like every day. And back then I didn't have any DS1 sleeves because I just didn't see the need for them. Now I see the need for them because my deck wouldn't look like trash if it wasn't for that. But boy, oh boy, do these cards look good, brother. Look at these art cards. Look at that. Look at that. Also, serious note here. Their new deck, Low Poly Sharks, Starlit Seas, throw a picture of it there, is live now on Kickstarter, so the link will be in my bio. Please go help them out, help them get them over that goal. I'd really love to see this deck in person for myself, and I'd love to review it for you all. Moving on to the cards. These are printed by the United States Blank Art Company, and boy, they look amazing. Yeah, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this deck. I could have some suggestions for other decks, but your boy does not create playing cards, therefore I can't criticize somebody else's work because they put the time and hours in to do it, and I respect the crap out of that. Oh, also maybe a deck of playing cards by myself coming soon, who knows. Anyway, cards feel great. If there's one deck on this list you should definitely get, it's these, like, by far. Just because I love them so much. And yes, there is personal bias in this video. I don't care. If you don't like it, leave a comment about it as I drop a card. It is just an amazing deck of playing cards. Gosh, I can't get enough of this deck. It's so good. And that is why it is the #1 on this list today. Also, I just realized that I say a lot of satirical things on the channel. And so, if some people take things very literally, I know I do sometimes, just know if I say anything like mean, or I'm acting mean, or I'm acting upset, it's all satire. My whole channel is based around satire. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know what your favorite Kickstarter deck is that you've owned. I love to see other people's views and opinions on things because I don't back all the Kickstarter decks that other people do. And so I'd love to see what your taste is and how you swing at this topic that I'm talking about here today. Thank you all again so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, drop a subscribe if you'd love to support me. We're getting closer to 2K followers every single day. I'm the Wooden Cardist, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, you guys.